Hi, and welcome to Fedmail. Thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon. Hope you're doing well, in good spirits, in good health, and I hope you had a nice Memorial Day weekend. I want to begin by wishing you a Hag Sameach, happy Shavuos, of course, taking place this weekend. Please visit our communities, congregations, a lot going on, wonderful activities, everything from hikes to eating cheesecake and ice cream to praying and celebrating. Wonderful time of the year, wonderful holiday, great opportunity to get together, and I look forward to seeing you out and about. What took place this week? Well, I wanted to recap a little bit of what went on. First, I want to invite you to check out the Ukraine update that we are including each week in Fedmail. This is sent to us by Jewish Federations of North America. They're giving an update on what is going on with our various partners on the ground in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine, and the surrounding countries to address the refugee crisis, getting people over to Israel, getting people out of the war zone and into safety, and taking care of those who remain in country in Ukraine. You can find that update by scrolling down to where the Ukraine flag is. Above it says donate, and I want to, of course, acknowledge and thank all of the many generous donors to the Ukraine Crisis Fund. Your funds have gone directly to help those in need in Ukraine through this crisis. We've raised over $45,000 in our local community. We're going to be coming out with a second special campaign in the coming weeks. We'll announce that when that comes out. I also want to let you know that earlier this week and the past week, we held security trainings at our various congregations in coordination with local law enforcement. Our community security liaison, Mark Shear, who has developed a terrific network and relationship with our local law enforcement experts, coordinated these trainings. They were held at BI, Temple Emmanuel Sinai, and at Congregation B'nai Shalom last evening. And they included active shooter training and stop the bleed training, so that in the event of, God forbid, an emergency, our community members would know how to respond. And with the latest tragedies in Oklahoma and Texas certainly is timely, and we want you to know that this is something that Federation has been working on and focusing on for a number of years. It's not only that we're being responsive, but we have been proactive from the beginning. Our institutions, congregations have done a terrific job applying for security grants to make sure that the buildings are secure, training their staff, training our congregations, and we thank all involved, in particular our community security liaison, Mark Shear, who I mentioned before, had arranged for these trainings to take place. You can find a picture of last night's training. You see that we've had a great response. A lot of people came out for that. Now, what's coming up in the coming weeks? Well, of course, this weekend, as I mentioned, we've got Shavuos. Looking forward to seeing you at the Shavuos programs around the community. Coming up next weekend, the book Mitzvah PJ Library is having a huge celebration on June 12th. Don't miss it. We know you've got the information about it because we've been sending out flyers very regularly on it. Coming up on the 14th, that's June 14th at Worcester JCC, we have a special program celebrating Chief Sergeant, Worcester Police Chief Steve Sargent, who will receive the inaugural Tapper Charitable Foundation Righteous Gentile Humanitarian Award. We're looking forward to that program, and we'd really love to see you there. It's taking place in the afternoon of June 14th, again at the JCC, an important program for you to come out to. Coming up in July, on July 10th, we are doing another day at the ballpark, Polar Park, with the Woosox Jewish Heritage Day, July 10th. We will be sending out a link shortly so that you can purchase tickets. We look forward to seeing you there. Coming up in late July, we have a play. Central Mass Jewish Theater Company has secured space at the JMAC building, which is right across the street from Worcester City Hall. They're going to be putting on a production of a show called Oasis. So you're not going to want to miss that. We also are looking for sponsors for that program, so it's great to be able to support local Jewish theater, especially in downtown Worcester, as everything's thriving and booming, and there's this renaissance taking place, and we're going to be there for that. That's part of the Worcester at 300th celebration, as is the Woosox game on July 10th. Worcester is turning 300, and we, as a Jewish community, are taking part in some of those celebrations. We also have a number of other events coming up. You should scroll down to the end of the email so you can see all of the events listed in the calendar. You can always check our community calendar as a reference point too, because there is there are always a lot of activities taking place at our congregations and our JCC, and you don't want to miss out on any of those. But in the meantime, have a great weekend. As I said before, Hag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you to our sponsors, Drew Mortgage and Ransford Pest Control. Thank you for supporting us. We look forward to seeing you next week. Stay healthy, be well, and thank you. Bye-bye.